O Monstro Roxo tem uma família, só que mal ele sabe que a família dele estava viva e não morreu num incêndio como ele pensava. O Monstro Vermelho enganou a família do Monstro Roxo e essa história foi contada no canal GamesToons, link na descrição.
What the heck is that thing? I don't know, and I don't want to find out. Just keep moving.
Nossa, por que eles estão correndo? Estão correndo de quem? Monstro Roxo? Oxi, é o Monstro Roxo. Só que ele tá diferente.
Leave him alone.
E tá com chapéu e chifre. Nossa! Na verdade é outro Monstro Roxo. Deve ser o pai dele, né?
Good. That thing can travel through the vents just like me. They're fast too. I gotta think quick before.
Ai, pegou o roxo. Não, 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 ele vai cair. Será que é o pai do roxo esse?
I won't let you hurt my friends.
Stop this!
A mãe do roxo?
Son.
É a mãe do roxo, esse é a irmã do roxo, sei lá. Caiu.
I'm sorry, son. Your father didn't mean to hurt you.
Eu não queria te machucar, ele tá apenas tendo problemas.
Mom, is it really you?
É a mãe dele.
How is this possible? You died.
It all began the day of the fire. The flames were blazing.
Tá contando a história agora.
The apartment was rising high into the sky. Your father and I were struggling to find you and your brother amidst smoke, calling out your names. You both had hidden, crawling under this and that because of how frightened you were. You were just kids, and you didn't understand that this was exactly what not to do during a fire. Thankfully,
Nossa.
we found you hiding away in the crawl space. Your father had me take you outside while he continued to look for your brother. We ran down the stairs and made it safely outside. But as we stood on that street corner amidst the onlookers, I started to panic. It was taking too long. Your father couldn't find your brother. I'd lose them both if I didn't do something. I gave you one last big hug, asked one of our neighbors to watch you, and then ran right back into that building. I rummaged through the apartment. Flaming boards and ash covered it by now. I looked around as best as I could through the smoke when finally I saw them. Both of them were now passed out, stuck under a beam. I ran to them, and in a sudden
Nossa.
that I still can't explain, I was able to lift the beam off of them. Before I could reach the door to safety, the blaze consumed us all. The
Então essa é a história da família do roxo?
place exploded in a ball of fire.
Explodiu.
We survived. Badly burned, we were thrown from the building,
Vixe.
catapulted down into the back alley far below. Trash bags broke our fall, but we were in pain. And by the time the ambulance arrived, we had passed out. We awoke in a hospital, bandages covering the three of us head to toe. The fire had done irreversible damage. I didn't dare remove the bandages out of fear of what I might see. Your father and brother...
Nossa, estava quase morrendo, velho.
Son, believe me when I say we wanted to contact you, but
Eu quero saber como que eles viraram monstros.
you might think that you might be afraid of me, of us. So I decided to look over you from the shadows instead. We watched as you moved from foster home to foster home, school to school, flunking out left and right. I couldn't bear it. I wanted nothing more than to help you, to guide you, but I just couldn't. I figured that you would find your own way, and after a while, I was proven right. You might have fallen into a bad crowd, but you also fell in love, and your family couldn't be prouder. We watched from afar as you welcomed your daughter into your home, and
Ô, roxinho.
we saw when those thugs attacked your wife. I am so sorry, son. Just know
Putz. Bandido atacou. Nossa.
meant getting revenge. I'm not proud of this, but your father and I dealt with them shortly after. No one was going to hurt them,
Olha, todo machucado.
especially now that he had a daughter of his own to protect. It was years later when we decided that we wanted nothing more than to come forward, to reveal ourselves to you, no matter the result. That girl of yours needed to know that she had a whole family that
Putz, ela foi ver logo o vermelho.
this world. Just as we were heading to your apartment, we saw your daughter hanging up missing posters with your face on them. We couldn't believe it. They were
Tava colocando cartazes dele, que ele ficou desaparecido, né?
we did. We knew something had gone wrong, and so we started an investigation that led us here to the Rainbow Friends play place. We arrived at the place.
Aí ferrou. Rainbow Friends.
And it was scary, but we knew that our
Agora entendi como eles viraram monstros.
had to be here somewhere. And so we got to work.
Ó, eles foram machucados lá no Rainbow Friends.
Place. And as we did, we were attacked. A horrible blue monster had come charging at us. As it emitted a loud roar, we could do nothing but flee from it. We hit an vent, and luckily the blue creature had passed us by. Oh, we breathed a sigh of relief. That is, until we saw what was lurking in the vent. You. We didn't know it was you at the time, of course, and you had no reason to recognize us. And so you chased us down.
Monstro Roxo. O famoso Monstro Roxo.
It was right then and there. A gated wall slammed shut within the vent, blocking you from following us. A man reached into the vent and pulled us out. He explained
Ó o malvado aí, o vermelho.
and then apologized for his employees' behavior. He went on to say that he knew who we were and what we were looking for. Your father almost decked him across the face, but the man said something next that gave us pause. He said that he could heal us. It sounded too good to be true, but when he brought us to his...
Ó, aqui no laboratório do vermelho que mostra sempre isso aqui, né, galera? Do laranja, o green. Até agora nos desenhos sempre mostrou esses dois. Eu não vi o do blue ainda, mas pode ser que uma vez mostre do blue, né?
It started to make sense.
Olha lá, ele levou a família do roxo
All sorts of fancy
no laboratório para transformar eles em monstros.
For the first time in a long time, we had hoped to restore ourselves. The man promised that after the operation, he would introduce us to our son. The whole thing stank, but we were too blinded with anticipation to question it further. We agreed. Next thing we knew, we were strapped into machines and the process was underway.
Concordar.
It was restored, just as the man had promised. And for a brief second, we truly saw each other for the first time in years. This moment of happiness quickly turned sour as the process
Nossa.
was beginning. Our skin began to darken into a purple hue as our bodies
Ela virou a mamãe roxo
resembled the
e ele o papai roxo.
events, and I knew then what had become of our son. But it was too late. Once the
Mas ele ficou muito agressivo.
father was blind with rage. It was like he had gone feral. The man sedated him.
Ai, tomou.
The process was a failure.
Tranquilizante.
Tried to plead with him to return us to normal, but the man only laughed. He mocked me, saying that he only gave us what we wanted.
O vermelho é muito malvado.
This. He then said that he already had a purple rainbow friend, and that we, as duplicates, would be locked away in storage. Contingency plan. I begged to see you, to see my son, and again, the man
Ela só quer ver o filho dela.
saying that would be impossible.
E o vermelho só rindo dela.
His rainbow friends to have family for fear that they might gang up on him. It sounds like you formed a new family despite this, and he got his at the end. So that's everything. We were locked away with no hope of seeing either our boys again.
Tem esperanças.
Son, I'm so sorry.
Pelo menos viu a mãe.
It's him.
O pai malvado voltou.
Dad, it's me! You don't have to be angry anymore! You found me! We're finally all together again! Together? Oh, honey, son, I'm so sorry. I'm so happy to have you guys.
Ah, agora ele conseguiu ficar com o pai dele.
Does this mean my brother's still out there somewhere?
We can only hope, son. We can only hope.
O filho, é o irmão dele. É o irmão dele. Um monstro gigante do roxo, velho. Você é doido, cara. Essa aqui é a história da família do Monstro Roxo. Vocês viram que no final apareceu aí o irmão do roxo. Gigantesco, né, galera? O que será que vai acontecer, né?